Hello, lovely peoples. I am Michelle. This is my wheelchair Betty, and you're watching Rebelwheels NYC. And today, oh, my eye is spasming. That's not what I was planning on talking about, but my eye's like. We're going to talk about disability pride and how, in my experience and recent experience, when you are exposed to an increased amount of systemic ableism, that is a real big-ass challenge your sense of disability pride, and how important self-care really is in maintaining your disability pride. So what happened, if you follow the show, that you know things have been a little hectic. It just felt like it's all I was doing was like preparing for appointments, going to appointments, recovering from appointments, researching things post-appointment, and then ordering groceries. With the wheelchair clinic, physically, it's taxing because it's like 3 hours. Just on the bus alone, plus, and then it's also emotionally taxing because often I am met, not always, but often I am met with like, you know, being spoken to in a condescending fashion and ableism, and it's emotionally taxing to go to the doctor, and maybe he's a nice person and he wants to help and he's an intelligent person, but the way that the system is run is that doctors are pushed to like get more patients in to make more money, right? That's how a lot of things work. And so they're pushed for a rush and they make mistakes and they don't notice things, and then you leave not getting the help that you need. Which then leaves you to have to do your own research and try to figure out, well, how can I manage my own symptoms and and all different things. So it felt like for a while that's all I was doing. I was grossly behind in the news. I wasn't really socializing with many people. Not because, you know, I don't like people, but, well, I don't. but just because, you know, all my spoons and all my energy was being put towards these appointments. I found that my sense of disability pride, which is normally, I'm like, disabled as fuck, represent what? You know, and just really like loud about it and unapologetic about it. It was faded. I had to remind myself many times, the problem is not you and the fact that you're disabled. The problem is ableism. The problem is the system. And I need to remind myself of that a lot. And I began to get very depressed about it. And you know what? For like a 2-week period, I didn't want to talk about disability. I'm just so burnt out. I'm so burnt out. And I have so much work that has to get done still. It's not over. I still have to like figure a lot of things out, you know? And he knows. And then what happened was, I think it was Saturday, I recognized that I do not have the spoons, and I was like, you are not in a place to go to a protest. It is a nice day out. Why don't you go to the pier? And I did, and the pier, New York City Pier, is a great area. I mean, it's kind of like a bit of nature in the city. There's ducks and there's geese and there's different birds that I don't know the name of by the water, so that's really good. And there's like these wonderful droopy trees that whenever I go by, I just feel like a good vibe from whenever I go there. And it's very, very relaxing, and it really feeds my soul. I ended up taking photos because that also feeds my soul. And just having that day of like self-care and getting kind of in touch with myself instead of just kind of like getting through it, you know, and the next day, and I felt more like, not like disabled as fuck, but I'm like, disabled. Like, it was slowly regaining, you know. I think disability pride is like, it's like a plant or a tree. You have to water the tree, you have to maintain the tree, you have to feed the tree, and you have to feed yourself, so in order that the tree can grow and blossom and be like, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm a tree. With jazz hands. What? I don't know. How do you maintain your disability pride? Do you have disability pride? Is that something that you're working on? Something that you struggle with? Leave your comments in the comments section. That's where they belong. Thanks for watching this video. Take care of yourselves.